How do I move on from all the stuff I've been through? How do I live life if it always feels like I'm about to die?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at cartoons that tackled serious issues, whether the message was aimed at kids, adults, or viewers of all ages.
My sweet little Chuckie, though I must leave you
behind me. This poem will tell you where you always can find me.
Number 10, Escaping Expulsion, The Owl House.
Sadly, I have no choice in the matter. Luce, Willow, Augustus, effective immediately, you are no longer students of Hexide.
No, but us? Good! Amity, tell them!
When we first meet Amity Blight, she might seem like a one-dimensional rival for Luz. She becomes so much more as her relationship with Luz develops, and we learn more about Amity's repressive home life. Feeling that Luz and her friends are negatively impacting her daughter, Amity's parents, namely her mother, uses their position to get them expelled.
The abomination situation, the destruction of detention, the rampage of Grom. These are but a few of the incidents that have endangered Hexide students, including our daughter.
The usually outspoken Amity feels powerless around her mother, who literally gets inside her head. We're brought up with the mindset that we should listen to our elders. While that can be a good rule of thumb, it's equally important to recognize when a parent is being manipulative and emotionally abusive. This is when one must follow Amity's example and stand up for themselves.
As if I'd actually let them go back. I will call every authority I know. I'll make sure they can't—
Dahlia, you made a deal with your daughter, and a Blight always upholds their end of the deal. Besides, she's getting stronger. Strong enough to become a Covenhead someday.
Number 9, April 9th, Arthur.
You don't understand. My dad's still in there. He needs help.
Don't worry, Arthur. My crew is looking for him. They're gonna get him out.
Can I just see him?
Stop! It's not safe to go in there yet.
This episode's called April 9th and first aired on November 29th, 2002. Another infamous date loomed over the story, September 11th, 2001. While that real-world tragedy isn't directly mentioned, it's hard not to think about 9/11 as fire trucks gather around Lakewood Elementary, turning what started as a normal day into one the students will never forget. Writer Peter Hirsch was in New York when the towers were attacked, bringing a relatable perspective to each character.
When I saw my first fire close-up, I had trouble sleeping for weeks. But after some time passed, I didn't feel so scared.
Why not?
I did what we're doing right now, talking about it.
Sue Ellen copes with loss, Binky conceals his trauma, Buster feels disconnected, and Arthur feels that something horrible can still happen. The episode not only spoke to New Yorkers, but to anyone struggling to process this event that made the world stop. Yet, we had to move forward.
The aquarium? Good. I was worried it might be at another school.
Arthur, schools are safe places. The fire chief said it was just some faulty wiring.
I know, but I'm still happy you're not going back into a school.
Number 8, The American Dad After School Special, American Dad.
Where's Debbie? Behind that fat girl?
No, Dad, that's—
Is the fat girl going to lead us to Debbie?
No, that's—
She's carrying a purse. She must have a map to Debbie in her purse.
Dad, that's Debbie!
To the panic room!
With a title like that, you might assume this episode is going to be a satire of how corny after-school specials usually are. The episode is not only clever, but surprisingly poignant in its depiction of how people with eating disorders can view themselves. When Stan criticizes Steve's plus-size girlfriend, he becomes self-conscious about his own weight.
Good God, it's true! I've become one of them! Ah!
No matter how much he exercises or diets, Stan keeps gaining weight. Although it seems like his family is conspiring against him, it's the opposite. In a shocking twist, we find that Stan is actually anorexic. But whenever he looks in the mirror, he sees himself as obese. The episode demonstrates how eating disorders aren't just physical, but also rooted in our mental health.
I had a real connection with someone for the first time in my life, and all you cared about was her appearance. I don't care if she was fat or thin. She was sweet and beautiful and kind of freaky in a good way. And I'm gonna check every buffet in town until I find her.
Number 7, Kenny Dies, South Park.
Wait, Kenny's going to die?
He might, Kyle.
But he's our friend.
We know, and that's why he's going to need you boys to be strong for him, okay?
South Park Weekly tackles serious issues. It also killed off Kenny in almost every episode for its first few seasons. So you wouldn't think an episode about Kenny dying would be a big deal. When Kenny comes down with a terminal illness toward the end of season 5 though, it isn't merely brushed off.
He just stopped breathing and it was over. But I didn't get to see him. God, I didn't get to say goodbye. Did he say anything before he went? He just said, "Where's Stan?"
Stan and Cal react how many kids would if they had a young friend under these circumstances. Cal puts on a brave face for Kenny, while Stan is too broken up to face his friend. Stan eventually finds the strength within, but by then, it's too late. Kenny is gone forever, or at least for another season. While the ending is a punchline, Stan and Cal's grief feels bizarrely genuine.
And so, we will all miss Kenny, his playful laughter, his innocent smile. But we will never forget that it was because of brave Kenny that stem cell research was allowed to continue.
Number 6, Growing Pains, Steven Universe Future.
Steven, do you remember anything bad in your childhood that particularly stuck with you?
I guess I kind of freaked out when they canceled my favorite ice cream.
Younger audiences often envy the adventures that kids in cartoons get to go on. As we grow up, though, we begin to notice that some adventures would actually be kind of terrifying. Most animated kids never realize this because they don't get older. Steven Universe does, however. And during Growing Pains, Steven goes to the doctor for the first time. This is just one sign that Steven didn't have the most stable childhood despite being surrounded by loved ones.
You've been dealing with genuine threats from such a young age. Your body is now responding to minor threats as if your life were in danger.
But why am I only swelling up now?
Stress is less harmful when we have people we trust to help us through it.
While Steven always knew his upbringing wasn't normal in the conventional sense, it's only now that he starts to recognize how traumatizing these experiences were. All of these repressed emotions flood back at once, and they only get bigger the more Steven denies something's wrong.
My body, it's reacting like it's the end of the world. I think I've seen the world almost end so many times now that everything that goes wrong feels that extreme. I should be feeling so good these days.
Number 5, I Remember You, Adventure Time.
Marceline, is it just you and me in the wreckage of the world? That must be so confusing for a little girl. And I know you're going to need me here with you.
Although he initially seems like a goofy villain, the Ice King emerges as one of the most tragic characters in Ooh. This isn't just because of what the Ice King has lost, but the fact that he doesn't realize just how much has been taken from him. Although Ice King can't remember, he was the father figure that Marceline needed when she had nobody. His memories have faded, making it difficult for Marceline to be around the person she once knew, mirroring the relationship many children have with parents or grandparents who develop Alzheimer's.
I'm so alone. Won't somebody tell me what's wrong with me? Anybody.
The episode sees Marceline try to reconnect with someone who has become a stranger. They struggle to have a conversation, but music triggers something that appeared to be gone.
You know, I'm actually glad to see you. Maybe I'm the one who's nuts.
Number 4, Time's Arrow, BoJack Horseman.
You want me to work for your father and get paid for it like some sort of slave?
That is the opposite of slavery.
Is it?
Yes, it is. You have no facility for language.
With the protagonist routinely dealing with substance use, depression, and self-destructive tendencies, we could include the entity of BoJack Horseman on this list. This standout episode centers on BoJack's mother, Beatrice, revealing how trauma can be generational. As an aging Beatrice endures dementia in the present, we see fragments of a miserable upbringing that culminated in a toxic marriage.
Tell me a story.
Once upon a time...
Quiet. Your father's home. How was work, darling?
Ugh, terrible. Those fish do not like being canned.
Well, I burnt dinner again.
Rather than end the cycle of abuse that started with her emotionally absent father, she repeats the cycle, not only taking out her unfulfilled dreams on BoJack, but also ripping another mother and child apart. Despite their strained relationship, BoJack tries to bring his mother some comfort as her time runs out. Neither can undo the past that caused so much irreversible damage, however.
I can see it. It's so clear. What are we doing here, BoJack?
We're sitting on the back porch and we're listening to your brother play the piano. And we're eating ice cream. Vanilla ice cream.
Yes, that's right.
Number 3, Arnold's Christmas. Hey Arnold.
I've been on the phone all morning, calling every government agency in town, and everything led me to this place. Federal Office of Information. Somewhere in this building is the information we need to find Mr. Wynn's daughter. All we gotta do is get it.
Although not mentioned in this Christmas special, Arnold's parents have notably been missing since the first episode. Perhaps that's one of the reasons that Arnold is compelled to help reunite Mr. Wynn with his long-lost daughter Mai.
So, it's almost Christmas time.
Yes, this time of year always make me remember.
Remember what?
It was a long time ago, Arnold. A very complicated story.
While the separation between a parent and child is always serious, Wynn's case is especially solemn for a Nickelodeon show, considering that he lost track of Mai during the Vietnam War. He gave Mai to U.S. soldiers amid Operation Baby Lift, giving Mai a better shot at life. Wynn eventually made it to America, but has yet to find his daughter, showing how the plights of many immigrants go unheard. Arnold hears Mr. Wynn, though, getting the snowball rolling for a Christmas miracle.
Father?
Mai? Can't believe it. Mai, is it really you?
Number 2, Mother's Day, Rugrats.
Sometimes I dream about having a mom, though. It's always the same dream, too. We're always outside, and there's lots of grass and flowers. I think she likes flowers.
From early on in the series, there had been talks among the crew about why Chaz is a single parent. Co-creator Paul German suggested that he was either divorced or a widower. Nickelodeon didn't think either was appropriate. After German left the series, the idea was revisited in this special, which reveals that Chuckie's mother died from a terminal illness. Much like how Nickelodeon was hesitant about tackling the loss of a parent, Chaz tries to conceal any memory of his late wife, fearing that it will upset Chuckie.
Maybe we should keep this in a safe place for now, okay?
What's the matter, Chuckie? I don't know. I thought it was a really pretty picture. I guess my dad doesn't like it, Tommy.
Chaz finds that loss can't stay boxed up in the back of a closet. It may be painful, but remembering a loved one can also be as beautiful as the flowers and clouds.
When the long grass enfolds you, that's me holding you tight. When the whippoorwill sings, that's me whispering, night.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Lore of the Herb, The Smurfs. It's not a coincidence that this aired during Nancy Reagan's Just Say No campaign.
Forward! Stop! Don't you see? The more we resist, the stronger we'll become. If we keep using the herb, we'll be stuck here forever.
My, such willpower. Resistance is useless, you fool.
Where There's Smoke, Ozzy and Drix. A reminder that substance use starts with the brain.
Ah, good, the police are here.
No, bad. They've been brainwashed by Nick.
Nicotine.
If I'm gonna cut the connection between cigarettes and pleasure, I gotta get inside.
The music, Bobby's World. Abe crosses over.
I don't want him to be gone. I feel real bad, Daddy.
I know you do, Bobby. See, when somebody we love dies, it makes our heart hurt, and that makes us feel sad.
Mother Simpson, The Simpsons. You're never too old to miss your mom.
Don't forget me.
Don't worry, Homer. You'll always be a part of me.
The Mask, Courage the Cowardly Dog. The mask is creepy, but what it conceals is far scarier.
Oh no! Mad Dog is coming!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Jimmy, Static Shock.
I must sound like a major chicken. No, Virgil, you did the right thing leaving Jimmy's house. Every day, more than 10 young people die from guns, including those who were shot by a family's handgun. You were smart.
We could make a list of times that this superhero show tackled serious issues. Fans will agree that one episode in particular went further with its subject matter than we ever thought Kids WB would go. We've seen many shows deal with teasing at school, but this episode reveals what can happen when the victim is pushed to the edge.
What's that? A gun. Okay, put it down. That's not funny.
Lots of things aren't funny. Breaking my computer wasn't funny. Shoving me in the locker wasn't funny.
Jimmy, you're right. I'm sorry, man.
Jimmy reaches his breaking point, stealing his father's gun and pointing it at his tormentors, although it's Richie who gets caught in the crossfire. While Richie survives, Jimmy has possibly thrown his future away, and not everyone learns from this experience. Virgil does, however, demonstrating that you don't need powers to be a hero. Simply letting people know they aren't alone can make a difference.
You can do something to help stop this. If someone tries to show you a gun, don't stick around. Get away from them. Tell an adult or someone you trust. Do your part to increase the peace out there, all right?
What other cartoons tackled serious issues? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more WatchMojo videos.